Welcome. Today we'd like to share with you a demonstration of a new tool we've been working on at MathJax. This new tool is a full math accessibility solution built to work with any screen reader. It includes on-the-fly speech text generation, highlighting, and exploration of a rendered mathematical equation. Like any MathJax project, this tool is open source and only depending on MathML and standard web APIs. Please note that this is work in progress, so various minor or major bugs might occur. However, we are very interested in getting your feedback as early as possible, so please try out our demos and let us know about any issues you encounter. We're planning the first release for the end of this year. In this video, I'll be demonstrating a simple test page using Orca with Firefox on a standard Ubuntu 15.10 installation. You can find the URL to this page in the notes to this video. You might see that Firefox is already running. So let's switch on Orca to get some oral rendering.
Screen reader on.
Great. Let's refresh the page just to see that we're on a live page.
Left R. Type sitting math. Document frame black.
Thanks, Orca. I'm mostly going to cut off Orca because I want to focus on the interaction with our accessibility tool. The page is a very simple page. There are a couple of options for our tool. I won't get into these, but feel free to play around with them and let us know how it goes. There's also a simple text area input where you can paste some or write some tech code to render more easily your own examples. There is a drop-down menu with some pre-configured examples, and finally a dedicated output area. Let's use a very simple example that anybody can follow. The quadratic formula.
Select one. Examples. Quadratic formula. Browse mode.
Great. We selected the formula and it has rendered, if you see the page. To be able to access our tool, we need to focus on the equation. You can do this by clicking on it or by tabbing to it. Let's do this. Given my current situation, I only have to hit tab once, I think.
Tab. Focus mode.
Great. You heard Orca announce that it's in focus mode. If it isn't for you, hit Orca key plus A to get into focus mode or back out of it. That's by default insert plus A. Now that we're focused on our equation and we can put direct input into the page, we start the accessibility tool by using shift space.
Left space.
If you are seeing the page, then you might notice that the equation has been highlighted. We're also injecting the speech text that we're generating into the bottom of the page so that it's easier to debug. That's not happening in production, obviously. What happens is in the DOM we are creating a hidden ARIA live region which gets updated with the speech text corresponding to the currently explored sub-expression. You will also notice a first bug with Orca, which is that the initial speech string is not being voiced. That's a bug we need to fix on our end, and we hope to merge in a fix very soon. To explore the expression, you simply use the arrow keys. You go up and down to explore the different levels of the expression, and then left and right to explore an individual level of a sub-expression. These levels are being generated from presentation MathML by analyzing its semantic structure and adding information to it. The kind of heuristics that we're using for this help us identify meaningful sub-expression, improve the MathML markup, and allow us to voice and correctly highlight meaningful sub-expressions. So let's navigate. Since we are at the top level of the expression, the only thing we can do is go down a level to explore. So let's hit the down key.
X.
Great. You can see that the X is being highlighted. Since we just entered a lower level, all we can do is hit go to the right because we start at the leftmost position. So let's hit the right key.
Equals.
Great. Let's hit it again.
Start fraction negative b plus or minus start root b squared minus 4ac end root over 2 end fraction.
Excellent. If we hit the right key again, you'll notice that nothing happens. We do in fact already have a preliminary implementation of an oral indicator that will tell you when you've reached the edge of an expression, so that you know you don't have to explore further and you're not running into a bug. That's obviously helpful too. Now this fraction is still quite a mouthful, so let's explore this subtree of that particular fraction. Let's hit the down key again.
Negative b plus or minus start root b squared minus 4ac end root.
Great. That's much easier to listen to, and we can explore it further, but let's turn to the other part of the expression and this subtree level. So let's hit right again.
2a.
Great. Now, visually, it's often easy to see that 2a, in fact, is supposed to mean 2 times a, given the structure of the overall expression and other information in the page. For an oral rendering, that's often not easy to discern, so it's useful to have additional information. And in fact, our semantic enrichment process gives that additional information by improving the MathML. So let's explore this expression further to see if we actually have more information than the original source or the underlying text to MathML conversion would give us. Let's hit down.
2.
All right, we've entered the lower level. Let's go explore it to the right.
Times.
Excellent.
A.
Wonderful. You could hear that there is in fact an invisible times. This is another one of those examples of semantic enrichment helping us produce better layout, better rendering, and better oral and visual highlighting of the expression. Now we could go back up
2a.
and explore the equation further. Once we're done exploring, we can simply hit the escape key to exit the walker.
Escape.
Now we can use the usual screen reader methodology to explore the rest of the page. This was a short demo showing you how to use our new accessibility tool in Orca and Firefox on Ubuntu 15.10. That's currently the only browser combination that Orca can support for interactive applications like ours. We're hoping to see more progress there on the browser end as well as on Orca's end, and look forward to supporting more combinations. If you check out the other link in the show notes to some wiki pages, we are documenting our ongoing testing, and you can easily look up what other combinations work. As you might then see is that we support most of the major screen readers quite well already, and we're looking forward to squashing the remaining bugs. Thanks so much for listening.